Welcome to Manchester United and the week from hell. Here we go, everyone. It starts now. The banter has started. I don't know if you guys have seen my tweet. If you're not following me on Twitter, what are you doing, by the way? Get following me. You all know what it is. It is in the description below. So, yeah, go and follow me on there. Anfield Agenda is already giving it large, building up the big one this weekend. But we've got Bayern Munich to get through. Yeah, it's two of the best strikers in world football right now, up against our defence, which is leaking. Oh, my God, it is leaking big time. This is FUTV, Forever United TV. Where else would you want to be right now? Where else would you want to be other than talking Manchester United and us turning around the humiliation that was weekend against Bournemouth? No. I'm not confident that we are going to do it. I want to get your thoughts on everything ahead of the Bayern Munich game and leading up to Liverpool. We've got all of the stuff from the press conference. Players back in training, players that won't be missing, players that were missing training who probably would have featured tonight as well. That's going to be interesting, late fitness test-wise. There is a lot going around at the moment, illness-wise, among all Premier League clubs. So we have got plenty to get into. A little bit of update on the takeover talk and everything like that as well from the Sir Jim Radcliffe side of things. The transfer stuff we covered earlier on today. We're talking about players that were leaving, so we don't need to really get into that. This is all about what we've got here right now. The players we've got, Ten Hag's future, how he settles this team down. Scott McTominay's backing him, but he's not backing him on the pitch. Where do we go from here? I want your input on everything. As always, guys, yes, there is a new badge in there. It's of me looking like an absolute tool. Hello to everyone in the chat. Hope you all doing massively well. Hello, especially to the latest member, Hanson71. Welcome to the members club. Welcome along. Thanks for joining the gang. And yes, all you members, after tonight's show, the community post will be going up as well for the new giveaway. Well, it's not a new giveaway. The last one sort of happened, but then it didn't. So we're doing it again. Just for you guys. It's Christmas after all. I see a lot of people actually asking for merch. Actually, I'm just going to sort out my volume. 1 second, guys. Just let me make sure that this is all working okay. Sorry about this. I'm supposed to do this before. But yeah, I have to check it every single time. But right now, you should be all happy and I should be a little bit louder. Just give me a like if my volume is louder. See what I did there? Crafty, I know, but you got to do it, haven't you? You got to take advantage of them moments. Yeah, training always looks like smiles, Paul. It does. It always does with Manchester United. And yeah, we don't get carried away with it. We don't think it is anything of importance to us as United fans because we know realistically that on the pitch is where it all counts. And on the pitch, we are pretty crap. So yeah, training, it may go well. Ten Hag may be confident in how the players are playing. Proof is in the pudding, as always. Christmas pudding right now. And that is if the players actually do transfer that over to the football pitch, the main football pitch, which is Old Trafford, which is tomorrow night at Bayern Munich. We are looking ahead. I am bricking this game completely. Tuchel's been talking in the press conference today. His team need a big reaction after being thumped 5-1 at weekend. Wow, nobody's seen that result coming. But it happened, and now we are going to get the backlash, I am sure. Gifted membership there from Steve Brindle. Steve, awesome. Top man. Brilliant stuff, as always. Paul Keane has taken that one. Make sure you're thanking Paul. Brilliant stuff, as always. Hope you guys like the new badges, by the way. There's plenty of people picking up on the Adam one. Love it, yes. Well, let's get into it, everyone, anyway. Manchester United, big week. Week from hell. Forget Galatasaray week from hell. This is a real week from hell for Manchester United right now. I mean, look at the fixtures when they started building up and you've seen the last Champions League game against Bayern Munich. You've seen Liverpool and everyone was looking ahead to this game and going, well, let's see where we are. Hopefully we're comfortably through this group as we should have been by the time we come for Liverpool at the weekend. Where will Liverpool be? I don't think any Manchester United fan foreseen Liverpool being top of the league, Manchester United bottom of this group, on the back of a weekend where we just got smacked 3-0 by Bournemouth at home going into this very week. If you'd have told me that was happening, I'd have said, is Ten Hag gone? What has happened? Has he been sacked? Have we got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back in charge? Because that's the sort of thing that was happening under Ole, under Ralph, under Jose. Not under Ten Hag. What has happened to this team over this season? It has gone downhill, and now we're in this week looking ahead, probably the most pivotal week of the season and we are down and out. We are feeling flat and worried about what is about to happen and what is going to come our way for Manchester United this week. Bayern Munich, first of all. I mean, we know the threats that Bayern bring. We know Harry Kane. We know everyone else in this team. Musiala, Muller. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Kimmich. I mean, is there anyone else you want to throw in there as well? It's just a team full of winners. They didn't win at weekend. And, normal club, well, big clubs normally. I'm not bringing Manchester United into this because we've not done it recently. We need a reaction from this team. We need a reaction from Manchester United. But Bayern Munich, we know, are going to bring a reaction. They are definitely going to be looking to put right the wrongs of weekend. That was a disaster for them. And I'm worried. I am worried about this game because we cannot go into Liverpool in any worse state than we are right now. But I feel like we are going to be just... I can't help but feel we've got a pumping coming. Manchester United can turn up and obviously we can win this game. But you know what? It is just a case of please, please, please just show up and actually give a good account of yourselves. And holy luly, oh my word, welcome to the chat, Mr. Brian, LFC USA. He is softening me right up for this game this weekend. Brian, you absolute legend, my friend. Thank you very much. Another $100 super chat from Brian. Wow, mate, is all I can say. Thank you so much. Brilliant stuff. Cheers, Adam. Serious question. What is it that Ten Hag brings as a manager? Granted, I haven't watched Man United a ton, but I struggle to see where he makes a difference. Also, much love to the FUTV Society. I'm thinking United full on here, Brian. Sorry about that. But thank you very much, Brian. Brilliant stuff. In terms of answering that question and what Ten Hag brings, last season he brought a stability and a new culture to Manchester United that we thought was going to go to the next level this season. Unfortunately, that culture and that hard hand that Ten Hag brought has backfired on him a little bit this season. And there's players that he relied on last season which have gone down to the bottom of the pecking order. I.e., Martial is back in the team somehow. After spending 60 million on a striker, he spent another 60 million on a midfielder who doesn't play. We've replaced one goalkeeper with another and not got any better. What he was hoping to bring in the transfer window has backfired on us as well. And the summer that we had was an absolute disaster, in all honesty, Brian. Tactically is a bit of a concern, and a lot of United fans are already going to be going in on that as to like his in-game management is poor. Is favourable to certain players. It doesn't look like we've got a plan. It doesn't look like we've got a style of play. So to answer your question, mate, it's hard, but we just need him to see out a few of these players. And then hopefully we can actually start to see a plan from Ten Hag. Because with this squad, I just don't think we're going to see Ten Hag football. It's as simple as that, Brian. That's the honest answer from me. I just don't think we will ever see it. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Brilliant stuff. And that's coming from a Liverpool fan. That is crazy. That is what this channel brings. It is the best community I've ever worked in on YouTube. It is phenomenal. That is across all three channels. It may get a little bit different when I am next to Craig this weekend, watching Liverpool against United. Some people might not like me from the Liverpool side. If we win, wow, it is going to blow up. And I will make sure it blows up. But I'm not confident right now. Mark LFC as well. Thanks. Keep subscribing, guys. Ten Hag bores me to death, says UK Strains. Likes are already up, guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Let's get up there. 64 already on the clock. Brilliant stuff. And yeah, I want to talk into what happened in the press conference today now. Well, effectively, the first news you want in terms of Manchester United ahead of a game is who is going to be available. So the big news is, and I want to know if you guys are actually concerned about this at all, is that United fans, that is, Martial and Rashford both missing training today is a big one, both through illness. Now, we heard there's a bit of a rumour going around amongst a few Premier League teams that there is like quite a few players dropping out with illness all of a sudden. We've had a lot this year, to be honest, in terms of players being out, not so much injured, but just ill. I mean, Wan-Bissaka was one. Varane has been another. We've got Martial and Rashford today. Rashford, before the weekend game, was out previously as well with an illness. It's kind of weird and strange how it has got to this stage where on the eve of big games and a big week, we are missing so many players. And yeah, it's a massive concern. It would normally be a really big concern, even bigger than a massive concern, I mean, because Rashford would have been playing in this game. Martial probably would have featured in this game, but such is the form of these two players, we are not really bothered right now. If Rashford and Martial didn't line up against Bayern tomorrow, I'm not going to lose any sleep. I'm really not. I don't think we need to be concerned with it at all, to be honest. I think there's players there that are chomping at the bit, raring to go, and I think they need to be given their chance. Hopefully, they do get given their chance, and we can see a player actually wanting to play for Manchester United and looking to prove something to Erik ten Hag and actually try and get himself in this team more regular. So, yeah, let's see what comes with Martial missing, with Rashford missing. And they may take late fitness tests tomorrow and be better in the morning. They just did not train in the last training session today. So, whether we look at that as, yeah, they're going to get late fitness tests tomorrow and they might be back, then that'll be the case. But no one is really bothered, are they? Like the chat's saying, no one really gives a toss. Hopefully we see the likes of Højlund get 90 minutes. Obviously, he scored his first goal for the club in this very fixture, the reverse fixture earlier on in the year. Hopefully we get the same again. We need a big performance from these players if we're looking to avoid being in the Europa League or completely out of Europe altogether. That is a major worry for us. How we have failed so badly in this group against, let's be honest, a pretty lame group, barring Bayern Munich. No disrespect to Galatasaray and Copenhagen. The fact that both of them teams have beaten us is embarrassing for this football club. And again, I said it at weekend, losing to Bournemouth at home is a sackable offence after what has happened this season. Actually only winning one game in 5 and possibly only winning one game through this whole group is even bigger sackable offence considering who's in it. Ten Hag's job is well and truly on the line this week. We talked about how he needs to stay and how he needs to out some of these players. It is going to be to the detriment of our football. Scott McTominay has said today that this full dressing room is behind Erik ten Hag. There has been toxic times and a couple of toxic players. So this is Ten Hag and both Scott McTominay that in recent press conferences have said that not everyone is fully behind. We're actually getting some truth out of what's going on in the United dressing room right now. He's not got everyone behind him. It's quite clear to see. I think the obvious is the likes of Sancho, possibly even Varane right now in terms of not being behind Ten Hag and his methods and everything. I put a tweet out earlier asking people what defence, who he's going to partner, Harry Maguire. How did this come about? How did this actually happen from the start of the season to where we are now, where our main defender is, again, Harry Maguire, and then we've got defenders competing to be his partner? It's in order of this, I feel, it's Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, and then Varane's fourth choice to partner Harry Maguire in defence. It's absolutely crazy how we got to this. I don't understand it. I don't know how this all happened. I don't know how we ended up suffering in this way in terms of not seeing our best players. How Ten Hag has now pictured an emergency loanee player ahead of Raphael Varane. But that's where we're at right now. Who'd have thought this before we actually played this corresponding fixture earlier on this year against Bayern Munich? It's absolutely crazy where we're at. And yeah, only one person knows why this is. And it pretty much goes back to Brian's question, what he just asked there. What does Ten Hag bring? Well, he brings a sort of shut shop mentality where we don't find out what's going on. I mean, that's probably a good thing, in all honesty. But his excuse for Raphael Varane is one that's inexcusable for me. And I don't see why he isn't number one centre-back. Victor Lindelof, I did mention him there, amongst them players, is available again. So it wasn't, he got injured in the game against Chelsea, as we've seen. He went off at half-time and Luke Shaw went into centre-back instead of a normal centre-back. But he is now available, back in training today. So I feel we're going to be having a Maguire-Lindelof backline again. I think Shaw will drop back to left-back, Lindelof and Maguire, and then I feel like if he plays Dalot, I'm sort of concerned and worried. I am worried. Alphonso Davies down that side will be a nightmare for us if he is playing. I've not double-checked the injury status on all of the Bayern Munich players yet. So, yeah, bear with me on that one. I'm not too sure. But if it is him, then we are definitely in for a game and a half. I would have Aaron Wan-Bissaka personally. You know what my team would be, but I'm sort of tonight looking down the road of Ten Hag and what I think he's going to play. So I think it will be Lindelof and Maguire. I then think it will be Shaw and Dalot with Onana in goal. And it is a big night for that back line. Remember to give the video a like, guys. Subscribe if you're tuning in for the first time. Just over 300 in the room with us right now. Share as well. Sharing is caring, as always. I hope you guys are loving the new badges for the members as well. Brilliant stuff. Great work from Ben on them. Loving them. So, yeah, that would be my defence. In other news, in terms of players coming back from injury or who is unavailable, we got the good news yesterday that Casemiro is back in training. Also, back on grass, doing his recovery work is Lisandro Martinez. Unfortunately, they ain't going to see any European football this year now, i.e. tomorrow's game. Hopefully, they may see it next year because they're both back in Jan. That would be either the Europa League or somehow, by hook or by crook, we get through tomorrow night. Copenhagen and Galatasaray draw. We beat Bayern Munich, and we're actually in that round of 16 draw. And we don't have to worry about playing Thursday night, because you know what happens. If we finish third, then we then drop into that knockout game, an extra 2 games again. Like we did last season, we are going to get them extra 2 games again. And it is just going to completely balls up our season. You know it is. You know what we're like. We cannot handle that many games. It curtailed everything last season. And in the end, ended up derailing the Premier League charge for me. The form just was too much. It went out the window. We scraped through results and scraped into the top 4. It just died after the cup final. We know that. So avoiding third place in this group, hopefully by qualifying. But honestly, I don't want to be in Europe at all if we're not in the Champions League. I want to be out of the Europa League. I just think it will destroy this team. We just haven't got it in us, I don't think. So, out for me. Don't want to do it. Don't want to be part of it. No, thank you. Move on. Premier League only. And FA Cup, obviously. Let me just see now. Super Chat has just come in from Chris. Cheers very much, buddy. When Pep joined City, he inherited winners and came fourth. He added 20 permanent signings before winning the Prem. United have yet to make any real change. True, never a truer word been said, Chris. 100% agree with that. He came in and he changed the whole back 4 and goalkeeper. Not good enough. Didn't matter how much money they were on, how much the club paid for him. Out the door you go. Not good enough. Not what I want. That's a club backing a manager, but that's what you get if you get Pep Guardiola. He needs everything at his disposal. He needs to have it his way, or he isn't going to be able to work. It's as simple as that. Honest Tiger, would you take last 16 of the Champions League or beating Liverpool on Sunday? Oh, God. I mean, realistically, we're in this for trophies, not individual results, aren't we? Honest Tiger. To be in the last 16 of the Champions League, I would probably take that over. Could I? Because if we did beat Liverpool, then I would have the bragging rights over Craig, and it would be a big day. It would be a momentous day, that one. But since when did Manchester United fans cling on to just beating Liverpool in a one-off game in a season? Aren't we more than that? Should we be competing in the last 16 of the Champions League? And if Liverpool beat us, we can just say, well, we're still in the Champions League. Yeah, but then they would probably say we're top of the league and we're going to be back in the Champions League next season. It's a lose-lose, isn't it, for me? But, yeah, I want to be... Oh, what do I want? Yeah, I want to be in the Champions League. That's the ultimate, innit? That is the goal. It's the best competition in world football, and we need to be in it. Honest Tiger has just gifted a membership, and it looks like Mark LFC UK has taken the membership up. Brilliant stuff. Fantastic. Cheers, guys. Honest Tiger, legend as always. Brilliant stuff. We've got a few in the house today. A couple of new members. Mega super chats. Great stuff. Love the community. It is just going and growing and growing as we move forward. There could be other things you're doing tonight. You could be out working all night and not getting paid for it, which if I didn't make a certain decision not too long ago, I would have been doing tonight, all for the benefit of one other person. Mentioning no names, we move on, as always. McTominay, quote from him from this press conference, because I want to move on to midfield now, because obviously Scott McTominay is in the press conference, so automatically that means that Scott McTominay is going to be playing tomorrow. We know it. It's the usual protocol. If he's in the presser, he's going to be playing. Sadly, no evilness or negativity towards Scott. It's just the way it is. He has been saying McTominay on lack of control. Yeah, you can say that a few times about this season, can't you? In the Prem, every team is super athletic. Ooh. In the Champions League, every team can run. Yeah, they can run. Well, you should be able to run if you're a footballer. That's important. We need to match that and more. You do if you need to win. We need to stick together on the pitch. The manager can't do too much from the sidelines. We need to do it as players. Yeah, talk about stating the obvious, Scott. Yeah, thanks for that, mate. I understand the message. And sometimes it's difficult to answer certain questions in press conferences. But, yeah, Scott McTominay definitely stating the obvious there. Manchester United need to work harder than their opposition. We need to run hard. This sounds like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We need to run faster. We need to work harder. We need to tackle better. We need to go back to PE level bleeding football coaching and talk. My God. Yeah, Scott will be up for it. He's a United lad. We need people who want. And one thing I won't take away from Scott is the fact that he cares. He does care. He talks a good game. He puts in effort sometimes. And yeah, it is what it is. We're not clinging on to Scott McTominay's words anymore as United fans are. Where we know where we stand. We've seen Scott McTominay down tools. I've seen it for real. So he's one to talk about running harder, because it was in this fixture last season. In this fixture early on in the year at the Allianz Arena, he came on off the bench, and we lost the ball through him on the edge of the box, Bayern Munich's box that is, and then 3 players ran past him on the break, and Scott McTominay jogged back, chasing back, and that is running harder than your opposition. For Scott McTominay to come out with them words is a little bit ironic, to be honest, especially in this competition, because it was the same in Galatasaray. If you don't believe me and you think I'm on a witch hunt against him, I'm just stating facts. It happened in the game. He should have been the fittest player on the park, but there were players that were playing in that game who had been on the pitch the whole 90 minutes, running past him after he lost the ball on the edge of the box. Not acceptable, is it? No, it's not. And yeah, it's kind of funny how he was the one actually talking that up in the press conference today. So, yeah, not having it from Scott. Sorry, mate. We need more from you. We need a better performance from you. Has he got it in him, though? That's the question. Into the chat. He's talking about his buddy Fred. Yes, NJ. He definitely is. Scott McMoments, not Mc90, impact sub only. That's a great one. That's definitely, I love that one. Keep liking and subscribing, folks. That's from our man Mark. Brilliant stuff, Mark. Thank you. Do give the video a like, guys. Let's try and get up to 200, please. That would be nice. Make Onana captain. No, let's not. The referee ran past him as well, Adam. Yes, he did. He did run past him. McTominay couldn't hit water if it fell out of a boat. If he fell out of a boat, it was like Scott rehearsed his script. Yep, Scott is a substitute player at best for United. Last throw of the dice. He is a good impact substitute. He has done well. I said this in the previous video earlier on today, but I don't want to go on about it too much. But yeah, I think he is going to be playing, which brings us on to the midfield. So we've been through the back four and keeper. I actually do believe that Scott McTominay will play. Bruno will definitely play because he got himself suspended in that game against Bournemouth at weekend. A lot of people saying that was a deliberate ploy from Bruno Fernandes. Bit of a cop-out for our captain. Not good. I did a video on that yesterday. Was not happy with Bruno's reaction to the game as well. How we just thought we'd turn up and beat Bournemouth. It was like we totally took them for granted, and it's embarrassing. A United captain having to come out and talk like that after a game. It's honest, and you respect that, but the fact that he's saying them things is an absolute disgrace. We should not be ill-prepared for a game at home at Old Trafford in the league. It's a joke, an absolute joke. But yeah, midfield will be Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, and who are we having? Who else are we going to say is in that midfield? Who do we want in that midfield? So I was just checking something there. Kobbie Mainoo, does he come in? Amrabat again, does he come through? Let me know what you think, guys. Who is the favourite to come in midfield? So, actually, I should do a poll on this one, actually. Let's just say midfielder to part. No, Bruno and Scott. What are we saying? Mainoo? Hannibal, maybe? And I reckon Hannibal. Oh, yeah, it's got off. Yep. Amrabat. I'll put that poll up now for you guys. We have another super chat in. I'm just going to go and vote on this before it goes up. See what you guys think on this one. That poll is up right now, guys. Cheers for the super, Chris. See the training vids doing the rounds showing United and Ajax doing one touch. United players looked like amateurs in comparison. Couldn't complete 3 passes. That video went up straight away with United when Ten Hag took over as well. They were doing the drills today and all the press were there. So when you do a European press conference, you get 15 minutes on the side of the training ground to film the first part of training. So all the media are outside on the side of the pitch. You've probably seen all the social media footage today. It's usually what happens, normal protocol. And you get a closer look at how everyone is. So everyone's seeing United all smiling and laughing and joking. I'm not saying they shouldn't be enjoying themselves in training. It's a good thing that the players are in high spirits. But surely when you know the press are coming to town, you just want to be looking serious and getting down to business. I guarantee it, like when I went to Bayern Munich and I was able to go and talk to Tuchel, Harry Kane. We got to do their open training before. No laughing and joking, the Bayern Munich training. Serious, down to business, straight away. And yeah, it was it was a lot different, I would say. A lot different. Not good. If you're United, you're worried that Bayern Munich are knuckling down to things, and it proved that way in the end. I think the scoreline flattered United a little bit in Munich, but yeah, completely different. I'm not for the laughing and joking. It called me a bit of a Victor Meldrew or something like that, saying the players should be just knuckling down, never mind laughing and joking. I don't care what happens on the training ground. I don't care if players are training right. Some of the best players in the world train like crap. We've seen it in autobiographies, documentaries. Some players don't train well. I don't care for training. I care what happens on the pitch. Yeah, training is one thing. That should be really down and important to the coach more and getting his message across tactically. We work hard. I'm not for overworking in training. That is an issue that's been brought up as well by some of the players apparently, and that's been leaked out that they're not sure why they're training and running so hard in these sessions. But I feel like training is just to show the manager what you've got in understanding of the formation, understanding of his philosophy going forward. Every player is fit as a fiddle. It just comes with the territory. You can only train so much. You can't get fitter and fitter and fitter if you're working 3 or 4 days a week, busting a gut running. You've got to be able to save some of that for the game. So for me, I'm not bothered about the laughing and joking crap that goes on in training. It's what happens on the pitch. That's when it gets serious. So you can go away and laugh on the training ground, but then walk off the pitch miserable with your bottom lip out or your finger up your ass, having to do a stupid interview after the game explaining how crap you were. Why don't you just do your laughing and joking after the game is won, and then all the fans can join in with you? Do you know what I mean? I'm being a bit over the top in that, I know, but That's just how this team has made me feel. It's like, just get on with it. I don't care. And yeah, it's good to see a bit of behind-the-scenes footage of Manchester United. And it did look like the press got a little bit closer, because usually on them occasions, the press are miles away and everyone's got the long lenses out trying to capture who's actually in training. So it looked like they got closer today. Maybe that was a bit of something United giving back after banning the media last week. Be interesting to see what happens before the Liverpool press conference if Manchester United lose their second game in 3 days at home to Bayern Munich tomorrow. I wonder what the press conference will be like before the Liverpool game. That is going to be a difficult one. A very difficult one. In that press conference today, though, Erik ten Hag was talking about he feels the team have shown that they can play quality football by beating the likes of Chelsea and Everton and drawing against Galatasaray. Straight away, the standards there don't add up for me. They really don't. The standards are just like, if you're comparing a criticism, if you're countering a criticism to victories against Chelsea and Everton and a draw against Galatasaray, if that is United's standard right now, we don't deserve to be even walking on that pitch tomorrow night. Manchester United have got to go and beat Bayern Munich. You don't start talking about playing the quality football and knowing what we've got. I know he's clutching at straws a bit, ten Hag. He's trying to be positive, but for me, you don't start talking about beating Everton and beating the poor Chelsea team and drawing with Galatasaray as a standard, showing that that's proof that we can actually play quality football. The amount of chances we missed in them games should be brought up more. And it's every creating chances, but Galatasaray are notoriously open. Everton were coming off the back of devastating news in terms of a point deduction. We didn't know which way that game was going. And let's be honest, the atmosphere was drained with a wonder goal early doors, so that wasn't in the plan. And Chelsea, Chelsea are in self-destruct mode. Anyone's expecting to beat bleeding Chelsea at the moment. They're that shit. So, they're not teams that I would sort of pin up as, like, yeah, look at us, look what we've done. I don't think that's the right way to go about it from Ten Hag on that one. Super chat in from Daz Salford 69. Cheers for that, buddy. Any idea who captain is on Sunday? I reckon Sunday's captain. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to end the chat. I'm going to do a new poll. I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to do a new one. Who should Manchester United's captain be on Sunday? This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun because we actually do need one. We talked about this actually yesterday about captain material. So now we have to really answer that question. This is a more realistic look now. Manchester United captain for Liverpool. Who is it going to be? Who are we putting in here? We have to obviously put in Maguire, player of the month. Let's see who else have we got. Obviously, Rashford has to come in. I can't think of anyone else. This is how bad it is. Shaw. Someone else. Okay. Right, polls up, guys. Who are we going with? Who is Manchester United's captain for the Liverpool game this weekend? Obviously, Bruno is suspended. So, let's see where this one goes. I'm intrigued to see where you guys are with this. At the moment, Luke Shaw is leading the way. So, yeah, let's just let that one play out for a bit. Probs will be Maguire, Maguire, Evans, Shaw, McTominay. What? Orange soda. You're giving it McTominay. Oh, no. Shaw, Maguire. I'm going with Shaw. A difficult question. The hardest question in the world right now. Who is captain material for Manchester United? Who is big enough to lead this team against a high-flying Liverpool at Anfield, where we are notoriously crap? That is a tough question, and I'm putting it on yours. Captain Maguire, it would never be, as it looks, a total embarrassing decision after being taken from him so publicly. You feel like we can't give it Maguire now because it was taken off him. Is that a fair enough point? Maybe you might be right with that. Martial for captain. Come on. No chance. Martial can't be captain. So, right. The midfield option was chosen by you guys as Kobe Mainoo. So our midfield tomorrow, we're going with McTominay, Mainu and Bruno Fernandes into the front three. Now, I am going to just make this easy for you for Manchester United's front three for tomorrow. I'm going to take sick notes, Rashford and Martial out. I think they'll be fit for the bench at best, being ill. I think that should be the right thing to do. Both of them missed the last training. So automatically, if they are passed as fit and we don't have options, then they can come in. But we have got options. So let's look at them. No Martial, no Rashford. Who are the front three for tomorrow? Obviously, Højlund comes in. Garnacho for me. Is it Anthony again? Is it Palestra? Where are you going with it? Who is the front three? We've almost picked our full team now for the Bayern Munich game. Let's see. I have a feeling McTominay might get it, says Trevor. Do you know what? We've been in the press conference today, leading the Ten Hag charge with saying that everyone is behind Ten Hag. The team are behind the manager. I feel like you might be right with that one. It could actually be Scott McTominay. It really could. I think captain is someone you don't have to think about because it's a natural pick. We don't have that in our side, says Kaz. So, Kaz, yeah, it is literally an impossible question. It is. Two up front for me, Scotty and Rasmus. No, get out of this Scott McTominay as a forward. He isn't good enough for it. He isn't. People have got this myth like he is this great striker because he's bagged a few goals. He's not. He's not. He could do a job. And you know what? I would play Bruno next to Mainu and put Scott further forward where he can't do any damage at the back. But he can do damage and cause damage physically, size-wise to Bayern Munich. We have got an option over the top with a long ball as well. A couple of players to head the ball in Rasmus and Scott McTominay. So maybe we could play the wider players and start crossing balls in. A bit of old school wing football like we used to play. Maybe that's the way to go forward. Scott McTominay arriving late as a number 10. Rasmus Højlund already there. A couple of target men in there. Is that the way? Old school. Big lumps. Get your head on the ball. Get some crosses in. Because they were susceptible in that first game, Bayern Munich, to crosses. So, yeah. I think it's definitely an option for us going forward there. I think Scott McTominay has... like I say, he's bagged himself a few. I mean, Scott McTominay and Rasmus Højlund are our leading goal scorers, aren't they? At the end of the day. So maybe we should just put Scott in that 10 with Bruno a bit further behind, doing more of an 8 role with Mainu at 6. Maybe that's the way forward. Orange Soda, the agenda against Scott is real in this one. I don't think it's an agenda against Scott McTominay. I think we're just looking at where our standards are being set. Scott McTominay was dreadful against Bournemouth, as well as everyone else. I feel like he had a better game before it, and that's why Ten Hag's brought him in the press conference today. But honestly, I don't think Scott McTominay has been playing well this season. He's just got some goals, important goals, and you can't take that away from him. Or I feel like the whole love affair for Scott McTominay, because he's scoring goals, is a bit of a false one. I'm sure half of them fans would turn on him again in a heartbeat if he ended up playing and not scoring goals and being the usual Scott McTominay self, the one that we've seen this season that has been bypassed with ease throughout the game. So, yeah, not completely convinced, I'm going to be honest. But, yeah, that is what it is. In other news, slightly away from football matters, I did say I'd bring you an update. This has come from the Telegraph on the Takeover. So David Brailsford, Director of Sports at Ineos, is set to leave his role as the Grenadiers team director to take up a role in management at Manchester United. So the wheels are in motion. The chess pieces are being moved around the board right now, ready for Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I just think, don't get excited. It is going to be in the new year when we get the full announcement of this. I think I just accept that we're not going to get anything or any news until January. I think that's the safest way to do it for a United fan. And it is a long-term plan anyway. But Brailsford, I mean, guys, cycling is cycling. They've had a dabble now, obviously, with the French league in terms of Nice and everything like that. So it's David Brailsford, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. They've learnt from that. They're not having a bad season. So, are you happy with Sir David Brailsford coming into Manchester United? Another question for you guys there to answer in the chat. Is he the right type of man to come in some sporting aspects? Maybe a seat on the board alongside Sir Jim Radcliffe. It's reported that Manchester United are getting Ineos are getting 2 seats on the board with this takeover as well. Who do you want on that board? Sir Jim Radcliffe, obviously. Sir David Brailsford, someone else? Are you happy with them and that team that they've built up? Have what they've done before in a sporting capacity with the likes of the Grenadiers, their experience in League and obviously Mercedes. Is that enough to convince you that they are the right people to take charge of Manchester United in them matters as well? Let me know what you think, everyone, because some people are a bit uncertain or a bit worried. So David Brailsford went in and started firing people left, right and centre in his first job in football, and we know about that. They seem to have got it right this season. They're having a good season, right up there in League 1. But this is Manchester United. Is this the best in class for what we're doing? That's the question. I feel like there is some unanswered questions. I mean, to be honest, I think anyone who comes into Manchester United now, in any of these roles that we're talking about, you have to look at him with a bit of scepticism. It is going to be one that's scrutinised continuously. They're going to make mistakes, like everyone will do. Is their experience from previous enough to avoid making serious mistakes at Manchester United? Have they done their research and how Manchester United have been run? Is this why it's taking so long to get this deal over the line? Are they actually doing some actual homework on what's going on? Jensk 1102, cheers for the super. So Jim can't wait to get rid of Eric Ten Hag. Clueless. Really? Is he? Can he not wait? I think he's going to come in and back Ten Hag, me personally. I do. Rajat says, dang, Adam will be 32k. I think we're about 300 subscribers away from 32k. 4 days ago, guys, we hit 30,000 subscribers. We're already at 31,700 right now. Mental few days. Thank you so much for all your support. It has been brilliant. It's been a whirlwind and I'm loving it. But this is, and I said it before, the single best community that I have worked on YouTube. And I've been on YouTube quite a long time now. This is absolutely brilliant. I love it. Across Anfield Agenda, Top of the League, and here on FUTV. You guys have taken me, and I'm loving it. We're having a ball. Let's just say that. Let's see, what else have we got? I will give him a chance, one measly chance. Daz Salford is coming around to the fore of Sir Jim Radcliffe. Now then, Daz, the tables have turned a little bit for you there, my friend, haven't they? Because you was a full-on out. This channel's skyrocketing, says T. Yes, it is. Onwards and upwards. Best members, best subscribers on YouTube. You watch some channels and you look at the chat sometimes and you're like, Jesus Christ, I don't even want to be part of that. It's toxic. It is. It really is. And you're just like, nah, I'm all right with what I've got. UK Strange says 100k by next year, Adam. That's a goal. You reckon we can make 100k next year? Reckon we can get that silver plaque next year? If we keep going at this rate, I'm sure we can do it. It takes you guys liking the videos, subscribing, all the members and everything, building it and making it what it is. That's what counts. And thank you to everyone again for that. Adam, this is a true community led by the wonderful Mark, Gary, Barlow, Matic. What, Trevor? What? What are you on about? He wasted 75 million on improving striker, says Leecher6. You could say that, yeah, I see that argument. Unproven, no goals yet this season in the Premier League. Yeah, we love you, Adam. From everyone at Anfield Agenda on Top of the League, you will be on 100k in no time. Love that. That is the goal. To get to that mark would be absolutely everything. That is what it is. That's what it's all about. Just having that community to go back to constantly, and be established. It's brilliant stuff. Downtown Vegas, welcome to the Members Club. That is our third member of the stream so far. Third new member. We like averaging like 3 to 5 new members every single show. It is brilliant. I love it. Thank you so much for all your support. David Duncan, I believe. Yes. Leacher, 75 million. Get Guirassy and Boniface. I mean, I was talking about Guirassy yesterday, actually. He is the African striker over at Stuttgart, which is knocking up amazing numbers. 18 games, I think 16. 18 goals and assists in 16 off 14 or 16 appearances so far. Oh, it's crazy. Just as I said, welcome to the members club. Chris has gifted 5 memberships out. Wowza. Thank you very much, Chris. Brilliant stuff. Make sure you guys jump onto them, and please do thank Chris for that in the comment section. It is a community, and we are all grateful for anything that's gifted out. It's brilliant stuff. That's 8 new members for the stream. We're beating the average. It's fantastic stuff. That's it. Great stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Good stuff, guys. Love that. So, our team has been made. We are going with a midfield. Sorry, let's go start at the back. Let's go right back to the beginning. So over the stream, we've talked through the defence, the midfield, and attack. We've gone with Banana in goal. We think it's going to be Dalot, Maguire, and Lindelof, with Luke Shaw at left back. We then think the midfield is going to be Mainu, McTominay, and Bruno Fernandes. Rasmus Højlund with Garnacho, and it's more than likely going to be Antony, I think, in this game. Although Palestra did start in Bayern Munich, if you remember right. So that's going to be an interesting one. Maybe we will see Palestra in some form tomorrow night. It is going to be really interesting to see how United approach the game, knowing that we need a win. Are we going to be cautious? Is it gun-ho? Caution to the wind, maybe? Would you just go at it and just take a thumping at the other end of it if we give it a full go? It's a tough one to call because we cannot be negative in this game. We have to go forward and we have to take the game to Bayern Munich. It's as simple as that. There's no way that we can sit back. We'll end up getting taken apart anyway. So for me, United have to just go at Bayern Munich and try and attack their weakness, which probably is their defence. Even though they added Kim Min-jae this summer, they have looked shaky. They've just conceded 5 goals. Let's pump some balls into the box and go for it. There is a new sticker there as well, guys. Hope you like that one. It is sort of a twist on FU, Forever United. Tia's taking one up there. What do you reckon to it, guys? Do you like it? Is it a good one? Oh, yeah. I actually do. We're being a bit creative with everything. Let's just say that. But yeah, absolutely love it. But yeah, that is pretty much it for tonight, guys. Graham, you are late, mate. Sorry, fully late. Naughty man. You'll have to watch it back again. But make sure you like the new badges as well, guys. And just as I do that, you guys start coming up with loads of questions. Actually, do you know what? Let's just check out the cap. We're not finishing there. Let's just check out the captains there. Plenty of votes on this one. Graham, you might want to get you voting on the poll quickly. We're without Bruno Fernandes this weekend, so we've got a poll running right now. Who should Manchester United's captain be for the game against Liverpool this weekend? Maguire, 28%, Rashford 4%, Shaw 40%, someone else 28%. I'd love to know who the someone else's are. I really would. It would be an interesting one. It really would. It's a good show. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, actually, let's see if we can get to 200 likes before we finish up, everyone. Let's just try and get there. If everyone in the chat right now just gives the video a like, let's try and get that 200 mark up before we finish. That would be great. And yeah, let's end that poll there. Luke Shaw, according to the chat, will be Manchester United captain this weekend against Liverpool. Interesting. But yeah, absolutely brilliant, guys. Cheers for tuning in. Preview show done and dusted. It is the week from hell for Manchester United. We have got a massive week coming up. We just hit 200 likes. Hopefully that gives us well, it's not going to give the United team anything. It's going to give the channel a big boost up, so that's good. So we started the week positively, is what I'm trying to say. Good stuff, guys, as always. I will see you tomorrow outside Old Trafford. So, yeah, like we said, in terms of content, there won't be anything in the day tomorrow unless there's major breaking news, and not normally is. We're usually very busy in preparing for the game and sorting stuff out, so it will be the content outside. Don't forget, my man Ben will be with me tomorrow as well. The voice of reason behind the scenes, Ben. He's at the game tomorrow as well. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. He'll be helping me out outside Old Trafford as well. So, yeah, good to see you all again. Fantastic. Have a great night. I will see you tomorrow for the game. Fingers crossed it's in United's favour and we're not talking Europa League or completely out of Europe. That would be a disaster for the club and Ten Hag, especially leading into that Liverpool game. But that is it for now, guys. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Brilliant stuff. Loving the support. Like, share and subscribe. Before you leave, if you are new, just like it anyway. And that's us done. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye-bye.